Get away from her, you bitch!
And welcome back, MechWarriors. This is Old Bob 10025 with a preview of the Roughneck Innersphere Collection. All work and tons of play. I don't know if it's tons of play, but it's definitely all work. This is what's called in the Battletech universe called a Agro mech. And it is actually, this is a type of mech that actually pretty much almost destroyed Battletech. And I'll give you a little bit example of what I'm talking about. Now, back in the day on the board game, when we used to go play on tabletops and actually meet people in person to go play games, this mech actually, what happened was Wizkids, who actually took over Battletech, they actually transformed the game itself because they found out that there were too many old people like us playing the game, and it's really hard for a new person to get into the game itself to start playing. So they wanted to ease the tension of getting into playing Battletech, the board game. And so what they came up with was something called hero clicks, little tiny clicky things, and they put the mechs in these little boxes. We kind of refer it as Poketech for a simple reason is like Pokemon cards. You never know what you're going to get inside the boxes. So what generally happened, what their story was, is that after the clans came and everyone else, and they all made peace, and then they had, they went from swords to plowshares. 100 years later, another group came in and started attacking people, so they had to get mechs back in production. So at the time, if you had a battle master or something like that, a old mech, you were like, the god on the battlefield. But not everyone actually had those types of mechs. They had agro mechs, which are these ones, which are chopping down trees for mining, for loading. So they put guns on them and everything else. And this is kind of like where they got the idea from. And so this is kind of what almost destroyed Battletech. Because what happened, just like I told you before, once they put it into hero clicks, everyone hated it. Absolutely freaking hated it. I mean, it was just the dumbest thing we ever seen any type of company do. But I understand the reasoning though, because it was harder for people to get inside the game itself. There were so many books and so much, stuff for the game itself, and so it was really hard for a new player to get into it. So we were pissed. All the old guys like us, we were pissed off because we've been playing the game since '84, and so they went to I believe like Catalyst Labs. Catalyst Labs turned it into Classic Battletech and went back to about 3055, about 3061, or like around there. Then went from that timeline. But this is where the agromech came from, and what they got what they inspired it to be. So this is a Roughneck. Now I don't fault PGI for actually doing this. It's not that bad of an idea. I just think don't put it as an Innersphere like collection, because in the storyline it was a wave. I mean, they had them in the game itself for Battletech, for the backwords, for the Periphery planets. Yeah, they were there, but no one really used them because they're junk. They're like 20-ton mechs, and like they couldn't do nothing. But this is one of the things that they did have on the, not on the battlefield, but generally in the backwards worlds. So I don't fault them for doing it. It's an interesting concept, don't get me wrong, but I want to see something else. Let's say like the Locust 2C, or just other ones like that. That'd be kind of cool. Or the Urban Mech 2C would be kind of cool to go see for a clan mech. It'd be really nice. Or just any type of mechs. Say the Stinger. You can go with the Flea, go with a whole bunch of different mechs, but they want us to try something different, and good for them. But I'm not happy. But let's go through it real quick. Now they had the Hero Roughneck, which looks interesting, looks kind of cool, because you see it has an AC2, a SRM 4 or 6 launcher, probably a 4 launcher, and then the arms, which are chainsaws and like other stuff, just like the Kodiak with the claws, can't do anything. So all that is just cosmetic. So it doesn't really matter about that kind of stuff, unless they put hand-to-hand combat in there, which I highly doubt they will, because they probably can't script that. But this is the Hero Mech. The paint job is all right. It's there. It's red. Kind of like I like that. Red always goes faster, if you guys know that. The cockpit, that's going to be hit a lot. This is the torsos. So the front torso is going to be something like this here, and then the left torso and the right torso. So that's interesting. And then the shield arms, pretty much. On the mech itself, it does have a lot of ballistics. So each arm has a ballistics, except for the hero, which is the Reaver, which has the energy ports, which I'll show you that, I'll show you that later on. The yellow one, I like the yellow one a lot better than actually the red one than this one. The other one looks a lot better, at least I think. Has a lot of more detail, I think. than the other one. Same thing, but just you could see a lot more, I guess. And then standard one, you could pretty much paint it any color. It's probably going to just have like a standard that color and this color and that color or something like that. But who knows? Who knows what's going to go on like with it. So, okay, for the $20 pack, you get 1A, 1B, 1C. You get 3 of the standard like variants. And then for the $40 pack, you get all the 3 of them. Then the special C Boost one, which is a 1AS, the same as a 1A. Just it has a C Boost. 4 mech bays, 3 mech bays for the, 3 for the 20, 4 for the 40. Premium time, obviously the best deal. I mean, if you're ever going to spend and buy premium time, might as well just buy these packs, and you are guaranteed to spend only $8 for these mechs instead of like everything else, plus a bunch of goodies and everything else. So for $12, it's normally for 30 days. So for an extra $8, you get all these different other goodies if you get it before the time like expires, which is December 31st. So the items, the Warren, standing cockpit, and hanging cockpit, I don't know what those will be, so I can't even tell you. But for an extra 15, you get the hero like add-ons, and then for the other 15, you get 2 additional Roughnecks, the 2A and the 3A. The one with a, B, and C. That's interesting, but who knows? So for everything, it'd be like $70. I mean, if you just want to spend $20, just get the standard pack. That'll be fine. You can do all the different stuff you want to go do with it. Okay, so for the early adopter awards, before December 31st, the dazzle pattern, which I don't know which one that is. That's probably going to be like not like the hero, but the yellow one. I'm not sure. Who knows? The decals. Now, if these are actually only for the Roughneck, that'd be kind of cool. They haven't come out the decals yet for the mechs. I think the Marauder 2C is coming out for the only one that actually had ones, I believe, or the Bushwhacker. I forgot like which one actually. But I don't know if these are actually going to only be for the Roughneck, or you could get them like normally. So who knows? 3 new colors and 6.5 million C-bills. Hazard yellow, Reaver red, and oil slick gray. I kind of like the Reaver red. It looks kind of nice. The yellow's okay. Oil slick gray, I think I already have a gray one, but who knows? Now, let's go through the mechs themselves, and I'll give you my opinions on what different things will probably people be using on these. But I am kind of upset that they did follow Wizkids with their clicky pokey tech thingamabobs. God, it's so irritating. You understand? But here we go. Okay, so the 1A and 1AS is just S will have the extra C-bill boost. 65 tons like normally. The engine's 260 with a max of 315. Runs at 64.8 with a 260. Now, if you put a 315, I believe it's going to be 75 or 80. I'm not sure, but that's pretty fast. It's kind of like the Thunderbolt speed-wise, so that's really good. The armor is all going to be about 400. I'm sorry, about 416 standard. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a little bit more than that, but when they put standard on there, they usually you could almost have an extra 100 points in there because they bring it down just to go fit stuff in there. Now, the internal structures, obviously, with the Reaver is going to be Indo Steel. But all the rest will be standard, and then heat sinks, you always change that for 1.5 million C-bills. No jump jets, no ECM, no mask. So that's kind of interesting that they actually have that. I think they're going with the nostalgia of the hero of the Agro mech being into a battle mech, so everyone's going to go, ooh, this is kind of cool, but I don't know. The other mechs are seeming to be a little bit better. I mean, the Thunderbolt, I'm highly impressed with Thunderbolt. So the Thunderbolt might be one that I might take down these mechs with, but yeah, it just all depends. So with the 1A, you get 1 energy in the head, which is kind of nice, because if you actually mount those with the missiles, say like 2 SRM6s with the 1 energy, which say a small pulse laser has almost the same range, and so basically you'll be doing a little bit more damage. So that's what I usually do when I have 2 missiles and 1 energy, and I don't know what to do with it, and I have an extra ton or extra half a ton for a small laser. I'll pop it in there, and then you can run like two AC5s or 2 LB10Xs. You could probably fit 2 LB10Xs, 2 SRM6s, and then 2 more ballistics. Ooh, you could actually you probably fit 3 LB10Xs in there, because I know with a couple of the mechs you can. With the Warhammer, I know you can fit 2 of them. I think I've seen a 3, but I'm not too sure. I'll have to go and double check on that. So that's not a bad mech. I mean, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 ballistics, 2 missile, and 1 energy. Not bad at all, actually. So the 1B is also with the $20 pack. Same thing with 1 energy like in the head, ballistics 1, 2, 3 missiles. So 3 SRM4s might be a good idea. Since it is like an inner-sphere mech, I wouldn't suggest the Streak 2s, but I have seen them being used by a group called WOL, I think it is, and they do pretty good with it with the Streak 2s, but all of them have to have Streak 2s, so it just all depends what you want to do. So I'd probably say either three SRM6s, ooh, 2 in that arm, that'd be nice, or even do a long-range mech with the 3 AC2s and run those, and then 2 missiles with LRMs, or the LRM haters out there. But you could do that as well too. So it just all depends, just on your play styles and stuff like that. The 1C, same thing, 65 tons, 1 ballistic, 1 missile in each arm. That's a weird combo. I haven't seen that for a lot of things. The 1-2, it'd be 4 missiles. That's gonna definitely be a brawler, actually, I would say. And then the ballistics with 3 ballistics, yeah, with 4 missiles, 4 SRM6s, and then I don't know, and then 1 AC5 or 1 Ultra AC5 or something, or even you do 3 Ultra AC5s and then 3 SM4s, but just all depends on how much tonnage you have on that. The reinforcements of the 2A and 3A would go with 1 energy in the head and 1 ballistic in each arm, 1 ballistic in the right torso, 2 energy, so this would be like a zombie mech. Those are pretty nice because you can fit 2 mini pulse lasers or even 2 mini lasers in there, would be really good. And then 1 energy, so 3 energy. 3 ballistic and 1 missile. I'm not sure about that one though. That'd be an interesting build to go and kind of like figure out for that one. 3A, a little bit different. Instead of in the, it'll be more of a laser vomit mech with all the energy points instead of actually just this one, which is a mixture like of them. So if you do spend the pack to get, since these are not Omni mechs, you actually get the mech what it is. So you could basically, for an extra 15, you pretty much get the 3A and 2A. So this is part of the like reinforcement pack. So more of an energy vomit mech, PPCs, ER PPCs, you do like whatever you want out in there. Medium pulsators would be kind of nice because that would just be very, very nasty. Maybe do with the Thunderbolt that I do with 3 large pulsators and 2 medium pulsators. Works out very, very well for pinpoint damage. And then let's go to the Reaver here. RGH-R Reaver, 65 tons, does come with double heat sinks, because with Indo Steel, which is nice. That's kind of cool, but you can just purchase those like later on, so that's not a big deal. And plus, you're also getting 6.5 currency, so you do whatever you want with that one. So let's see, 1 ballistic in each arm, 4 and then 1. That seems like a pretty good build actually for the Reaver. Plus, you get the nifty paint job, so that's kind of cool then. So 1 ballistic, 2 energy, 1 missile, and a center torso. That's interesting too. You'll see a lot of those actually, a lot of those types of mechs, and then 2 energy, and then ballistics in the arms, 2 LB-10Xs, and then 4 medium pulse lasers, and then 1 missile. Just whatever you want, pretty much, or just leave that out and just go with that. And it just all depends what you want to do and playstyle wise. So, like I said, this is the mech that destroyed Battletech. This is the type of mech that destroyed Battletech, but they went with their own thing, and I was watching the stream, and the reason why they came up with this mech, they wanted something different, which is cool, for their own thing, and so they were looking through blueprints and stuff like that, say, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you took a loader mech and put a bunch of guns on it, and that's what you came up with. So, the mech that killed Battletech. So the colors are nice. The decals, if we haven't found out what the decals mean as far as mech wise. So it just all depends what you want to do for that. Get that out of there. So like what you want to do for that, or what they are going to do for that. I still want to have the modules. I'm pissed off they're not having the modules. Modules is what actually makes me get these packs because they're pretty expensive. They're 3 to 6 million points. 3 to 6 million C-bills each, and so that's it's a lot of gameplay. I want to have modules on these, but they're going to get away from that since they're probably going to redo the modules themselves. Then the pattern's okay, I guess, and the medallion thing, I'm okay. It's a preview, so like we'll see later on what the quirks are, what the different things are, and then we got what 4 months actually, like before the thing comes out. So we'll see later on what goes on with this little mech here. Everyone's excited about the Marauder 2C, so that's coming out this month, I think on the 15th, I believe. So everyone, I do appreciate you watching. Thank you for watching my channel, and you guys are what makes Battletech great. You guys are awesome. Great community, man. Trust me, you guys are cool. You guys are awesome. Give yourselves a pat on the back, man. And I will see you on the battlefield.